In this tutorial, I'm going to show you a super quick bubble tip to make it really easy and fast to allow someone to toggle between a yes and a no value in your database using just one workflow. Okay, here in my editor, I have a very simple page. All I have is a single group in the middle of the page, and I have a piece of text here. At the moment, it's just static text. It says current user is not available. And then I have an icon, which is the standard bubble icon set, and I have just chosen the toggle. So there are two toggle icons, one is like off and one is on. I've chosen the off icon there, and that's all it is. So firstly, we need a database field which we are going to change. So I'm going to go into my database here, and on the user, I'm going to create a new field which I'm going to call available, and that is going to be a type yes, no. So then going back to the design page, I'm going to put a workflow on this toggle. So when someone clicks it, something happens. So previously, before I discovered this trick, I would have done the following. I would have said, when you click the toggle, make changes to the current user, and I would have said available is no, and then I would have put a condition on this trigger that says only when current users available is yes. And then I would have right clicked and copied and pasted that. And so I would have done the opposite here. So when the current users available is no, then the change I want to make is to switch their available to yes. And that works perfectly well. But I don't want to do it like this because I've found an easier way, which means you only need one workflow. And so every situation in my apps where I have yes, no fields that I want people to be able to toggle between somehow, I use this technique. So get rid of that, get rid of that. So I just need a single workflow. When they click on that icon, I'm going to make changes to the current user, and their available is going to equal current users available. So the thing we are changing, which the current users available field, is going to equal the current users available field is no. And it's always is no, because this in itself is a yes or no statement. Current users available is no. So you can see it says evaluates to a yes, no. So if the current users available is yes, then this will evaluate to a no because this statement will not be true. And therefore, it will make available equal to the result of this statement, no. If the current users available is no, then this statement will therefore be true. Current users available is no. So that will result in a yes. And so available will then become equal to a yes. So by making this statement, current users available is no, we are ensuring that available will now be set to the opposite of what it was before. So by doing this, we are simply allowing for every click on here that it will toggle between yes and no on the available field. So to test this out, let's go back to our design tab, click on the toggle, and we'll say when current users available is yes. Let's change the icon to the other toggle, and let's also change this text. So I'm going to add in a conditional here. When current users available is yes, then this text is going to be current user is available. So if we go back and test that, reload the page, current user is not available, click the toggle, current user is available, click it again, current user is not available. And that is a really quick and elegant way to allow users to toggle a yes or no value. Obviously, you don't need to use a toggle icon. You could use any kind of icon you want. It could be on a to-do list to say something is done or not done. But as long as it's a yes-no field in the database, you can always use this trick, which is to say make it equal to itself is no. And that will allow you to go backwards and forwards between yes and no.